Today we're going to find out if those fancy at-home LED teeth whitening kits really work. That's coming up next. Welcome back. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Today I'm going to be sharing my 2-week results on one of those fancy at-home LED teeth whitening kits, letting you know my thoughts and if it's really worth it. If you're new here, a very special welcome to you. I hope you'll consider subscribing and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I want to start out today by saying I hope that you're doing well. I know that we're in about day 8,974 of this at-home quarantine, and it's getting hard. I've heard from a lot of you, and I know that this time is really tapping into a lot of the base fears that we all have. I know it's happening to me too. You know, the things that are my Achilles heels or my weaknesses or the things that I'm afraid of are coming up in this time of high strangeness. So I just want to tell you that I am sending you lots of love and good thoughts. We will get through this. Things will smooth out eventually and we'll all get back to normal. Isn't that just the most comforting thought right now? I do want you to know that we're all experiencing a lot of stress and a lot of fear. And if that's you, you're certainly not alone. And feel free to message me if you want to. I've heard from a lot of you and I'm always happy to touch base with you on a personal level. So with that, let's just keep our fingers crossed that the month of April we'll see ourselves clear through this and we'll sail into the rest of the spring and summer with a much lighter heart. So let's go ahead and jump into my results of this fancy at-home LED teeth whitening kit. And if you didn't see part 1 of this series, you'll want to jump on over and watch that now, because what I'm going to talk about in this part 2 is not going to make any sense without watching part 1. I'll go ahead and link part 1 right up here. If you haven't seen part 1, it's only a few minutes long. Scamper on over there, take a look of that video. I explain everything about the at-home kits, the different parts and the different pieces, how you do it, the price points, and that sort of thing. A lot of really good information. That's great foundation for what I'll be talking about, the results, in today's video. For those of you who did watch part 1, I'll go ahead and catch us up so that we'll remember what happened back then. The kit that I used was the Pure White kit from Purewell. This is one of the more popular brands out there, and I was looking at several of the different kits when I decided to go with this kit. The Purewell company actually gifted me this kit, and that funny little story about how that happened is in part 1. This video is not sponsored. They gifted me the kit, said go on, move ahead, and give an honest review. So that's what I'll be talking about today. This is what the kit looks like when it comes to you. It's fine. The only thing that I wish about the way they packaged this kit is I wish that it actually flipped open so that then you could see all the content inside. I'm sure that they didn't do that because that type of packaging is more expensive, and I kind of criticize it from time to time, the over packaging thing that happens in the world these days. So I can see their point and purpose in doing it this way. You guys know that I like things easy and simple, and if they're high maintenance, they're probably not going to last very long in my world. So what I did is I just took everything in that box and I put it in a plastic bag, and this is how I dealt with it for the last 2 weeks. This plastic bag is fine. It makes everything easy to grab. It's easy to move from the bathroom sink to the couch or wherever you're going to be working with all the parts and pieces. Again, what comes in the kit is this little thing that you put in your mouth so that you retract your cheeks back so you can put the gel on your teeth. This works wonderfully. I used it every single time, just simply rinsed it off and put it back in the baggie. And it worked really well. No complaints there. Actually, I really was pleased that this was included in the kit. The next item is this gel pen, and this is how you actually put the whitening solution onto your teeth. The cap pops off, it's a tiny little brush there, and then you rotate the base and it sends that whitening solution up into that little brush. What you do then is that you wait for a little bead of the whitening solution to appear on the brush, tap that over your teeth, and then use the brush to move that lightning solution over the face of the tooth. This worked beautifully every time. I have absolutely no complaints and was actually really pleased with the way that this functioned. Once I had the whitening solution all over my teeth, I placed the little teeth guard with the light in it inside my mouth, and then I would pull this out along the cord, so it worked seamlessly. Again, if things don't work easily in my world, they're not going to last very long. I like easy and simple and really good design, and this really did fit the bill. This is a cool device in that the LED light goes into your mouth, then it has these 3 little attachments on the end, and you use the attachment that fits on your phone. Isn't that a cool idea? You can see it here, so I would just simply slip this into my mouth with the gel on my teeth, plug it into my phone, and then I would just scamper on over and usually watch a YouTube video or do some type of other computer work while this was in my mouth. I found this mouthpiece very, very comfortable. Everything about this kit worked seamlessly. I have absolutely no complaints, and actually I have very high praise. They did a great job. This mouthpiece doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's very soft on the lips and the gums. Nothing about it at all was uncomfortable. I don't know why I was not looking forward to it so much. The only problem that I had with the whole process was me. Apparently, I'm a drooler. So once I got my drooling under control, it got a lot easier. But the first couple of times that I did it, it was really, I felt like a St. Bernard. It was ridiculous. I had to have a towel with me. But once I kind of figured out how to hold my mouth and to relax, the drooling subsided and everything went along smoothly. When I was done with the teeth whitening session, I would simply take all the different components, put it back into my plastic bag, and then store it back in the bathroom. So that part was super simple. As for the 2-week test, here's what I did. I have results for 7 sessions. Each session I did it for 30 minutes, which is about as much as my attention span could handle. They do recommend in the kit to do it from 30 minutes to an hour for 5 to 10 sessions. I did only 30 minutes, so the least amount of time, and I only did it for 7 sessions. So I think all told, I probably did about 45 to 50% of what the maximum amount of whitening time they recommend. In addition, and I shared this in part 1, I drink coffee every day, all morning long, and I'm not going to give it up, and I'm not going to drink my coffee through a straw. That's just not negotiable for my world. I'm willing to have less white teeth in order to enjoy my coffee and be able to smell it and sip it and that whole thing. I just am not willing to give that up. I'm almost one of the worst candidates for doing an at-home whitening process like this because I'm so non-compliant about the beverages that could then stain my teeth when I've just whitened them the night before. Now we know how it went on my end as far as me doing it and spending time with the LED light in my mouth. Let's go ahead now and jump on into the results, and I have pictures from every single session. The first session here is the before, and although my teeth are not horribly yellow or horribly stained, they do kind of have a little dingy tint to them, which I'm sure is from the coffee. Here we have day 1 after the first session. You can see not much change. Here we have day 2. Here we have day 3. Here we have day 4. Here we have day 5. Now day 5 was when I could actually start seeing a whiter brightness to my teeth, and I'm not sure how well it shows up in the photo, but in person I was really starting to see a difference. Here we have day 6, and here we have day 7, which is the last day so far that I've done the teeth whitening. As you look at both the before and the after, what I mostly notice is my teeth look a lot less dingy. And that's also what I notice. They just have a bluer, whiter undertone than they did before I started. There we have my results from the fancy LED at-home teeth whitening kit. Am I pleased? Yeah, actually I am very pleased. I was completely impressed with the entire kit, with the process, how easy and seamless it was, how all the parts and pieces worked. Nothing was a hassle, nothing broke, nothing was hard to manipulate or hard to do. It was all just very, very easy. And I'm also happy with the level of whiteness on my teeth, particularly given the fact that I've continued to drink coffee and I really didn't do it for the amount of time that I could have done it. My plan is that I'm going to continue to do it. I'll probably whiten my teeth maybe 3 to 4 times a week for a little while until they get to the point where I'm really pleased with how white they are. I do recognize that because I drink coffee, it's always going to be a trade-off between how much my teeth can whiten with any process, let alone an at-home one, compared to the amount of staining that the coffee is going to do to my teeth. One thing I can share with you is there are a lot of kits on the market. This is just one. This one, however, is very affordable. It has a terrific price point. They have given me a discount code for you guys, and it's right down below if you're interested in this type of at-home teeth whitening kit. I think I might get a little commission off it. To be honest with you, I don't even really know, but I do know that you guys get a discount using that code. So if you decide to get a kit like this, you might want to consider that because you're going to save a little bit of money. And this kit itself is already one of the most affordable on the market, and from what I can tell, it's not any different or any less effective with less pieces and parts than any of the more expensive kits that are over $100. There we have it, my experience with the fancy at-home LED teeth whitening kits. I hope you found it useful and helpful. I know that I've been curious about these kits for a long time, and it was really fun for me to be able to go through the process and share it with you and let you know what the whole deal is all about. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you're interested in more makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman, stop by prettyover50.com. There's a lot more great information just waiting for you there. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Remember, stay happy and stay safe. Again, I'm Kimberly, and this is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.